This is a production of the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago Limited, at the forefront of sustainable energy.
Climate change has a wide range of impacts. It's important for us to recognize that as a small island developing state, we're going to be facing the brunt of climate change issues. From food insecurity to erratic weather patterns to, you name it, sea level rise. The cost of living and the cost of energy will both increase.
By reducing our greenhouse gas emissions, we slow the process of global warming, and that in turn safeguards us, safeguards of future generations, and our quality of life.
Carbon capture is an important tool globally that is being used to reduce carbon emissions, and it's important to know that in Trinidad and Tobago we are embarking on this step.
Small steps are incredibly important. Just recognizing that climate change is a real thing is a small step, and that allows us to then pour finance and research into technologies that allow us to address climate change.
Globally, nearly 2/3 of carbon emissions comes from energy and transportation. And carbon dioxide is one of the most dangerous greenhouse gases as it absorbs and radiates heat. In Trinidad and Tobago, there's a lot of cars, there's a lot of traffic, but there's also a lot of industrial activity taking place because of our thriving manufacturing and petrochemical sectors. So it's important for us to reduce our carbon dioxide output because this accelerates and enhances the rate of global warming and the effects that we feel.
Carbon capture, utilization, and storage is just one answer to the climate change problem. It allows us to reduce our carbon emissions. Carbon capture, utilization, and storage allows us to sequester carbon permanently underground. The process itself involves separating carbon dioxide from flue gases that are released from the burning of fossil fuels at our industrial estates or either petrochemical plants or other industrial activities. That carbon is then compressed using a gas compressor, transported to a storage site using pipelines, and then stored deep underground where it's locked away permanently. CCUS contributes to our sustainable development goals in a number of ways.
It allows us to continue using fossil fuels, which form a big part of our local economy, while securing our energy future as we transition to a low carbon future.
In Trinidad and Tobago, we've taken a lot of small steps, and that has gotten us to the point where now it could be considered a big step.
We are investing in solar, investing in renewables, and looking at how our fossil fuel production impacts global warming.
The work we do at the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries impacts tomorrow by allowing us to seek to utilize the natural resources that we have, secure our energy future, and continue to be a player in the global energy producing industry.
As a geologist, I guess my environmental mantra would be use what you have and do what you can, and that applies to everyone, whether you're a geologist or not.
Carbon capture is an important tool globally that is being used to reduce carbon emissions, and it's important to know that in Trinidad and Tobago we are embarking on this step. Small steps are incredibly important. Just recognizing that climate change is a real thing is a small step.
The hope is that we would use the carbon emissions before they even get out into the environment, and so that involves using electric vehicles, carpooling, reducing our consumption, and as a small island developing state, that's really important.
Here's a small step to change that you can take to contribute to energy efficiency. Drip, drip. Address water leaks promptly. Leaks in your plumbing system, such as pipes, faucets, or toilets, can cause your electric water pump to operate more frequently, resulting in increased electricity usage. This is a production of the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago Limited, at the forefront of sustainable energy.